Hey, Coach, I know there's no more victories, but you guys played to the end. What was your emotions the last few seconds of the game?
Great fight by our guys.
We haven't seen Gigi Jackson in those situations a lot. Offensively late in the game where he had to, kind of a lot of isolation situations. Defensively having to guard those, elite scorers on the end. Anthony Davis in the post, LeBron on the perimeter. Just how do you think he handled that?
Man, he was phenomenal tonight. I mean, I thought what a two-way game for him. I mean, obviously the scoring was phenomenal down the stretch, some high-level finishes, big-time threes, putting the ball in his hands, making reads. They tried to crawl up into him, and they got the better of him on a couple of possessions, sped him up a little bit. But when he was able to get an angle and get downhill or get enough space to get off a shot, he converted, which is super impressive. Not having had really any of those situations all season long for him. But then defensively, I thought he was phenomenal, whether it was a post-up, but especially the two-man game at the end and pick and roll. His on-ball defense was really solid. Just trying to take away the paint, keep them out of the paint, get back in front, show his hands, and play disciplined defense. And I thought he did a heck of a job tonight. Learned throughout the game, and that's what he's been doing all season long. But this was one of the best, games both offensively and defensively that I've seen him have all season long, and it made a huge impact on our ability to play this way tonight.
Coach, kind of going off of that in the back, kind of going off of DeMichael's question, you've been able to see Gigi grow a lot throughout the year. Tonight, going basically back and forth with LeBron for the final 3 minutes of the game. As a coach, what's it like to see that?
Yeah, I could care less about the back and forth. I'm focused on my guy having a heck of a development game and opportunity. He took every opportunity tonight, whatever it was, defensively and offensively, to make a winning play. When he made his mistakes, he knew he was going to try to correct it the next time. If it was picking up a foul, it was playing in a crowd, it was being solid on the ball, not getting rejected or something like that. His poise throughout the game for 40-plus minutes to produce like he did tonight was great. We continue to challenge him offensively and defensively. I thought he was phenomenal. This is just more growth for him. The way he's putting in the work every single day to have a night like this. Obviously, the box score is great, but when he was on the floor, we were better when he was on the floor, and you felt that, and that's what we got to have moving forward. And he's got one more opportunity on Sunday, and I hope this is just more momentum for the bright future this kid has.
Taylor, Scottie Pippen Jr., career high 28 points. He also had 6 assists, 4 steals. Really applied pressure on both sides of the floor. Just what sort of strides have you seen from him from just really organizing and facilitating the offense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously unfortunate that, he couldn't finish the game. We'll check him out. I think he'll be okay, hopefully. But he had his imprint all over the game tonight. Obviously getting downhill, trying to score in the paint, is difficult against this team. I thought he did a phenomenal job, the floor management, kick aheads in transition, playing in crowds, in pick and roll and finding 6 assists. I thought he got his hands in a lot of deflection situations. It was on-ball pressure, picking up, right at half court, diving for loose balls, playing a physical game. Just that's what I always say. He sticks his body in there, lays it on the line. Obviously for him to get the scoring output, knocking down threes, assists, getting to the paint against the size that he was going up against was really impressive. But then backing up with the tenacious defense he's playing. This was one of his best games all season as well.
Jordan also had another career game. He had 23 points. And you look at the stat sheet, 17 rebounds. I don't know when he got them, but he just seems to have a nose for the ball. He talked about his development so far.
Yeah, I mean, luckily with Jordan, he just plays to his strengths. I mean, I thought he was great early in the game, coming out, shooting the heck out of it from the three-point line, making those winning plays. We couldn't get the first shot to fall there in that first quarter, but to stay close in the game, it was the second chance. He even got his own rebound one time, I think, or got a rebound, backed it out, knocked down a three. That's the rhythm he plays with. He knows his game. We love that he's attacking the offensive boards. He's guarding guards. He's guarding bigs. Whatever is asked of him, he's making the hustle winning plays. And it was great that he was able to score tonight as well, get to the free throw line as well. But it's been good to see the last couple of games him have that imprint in just like the hustle plays, the rebound, deflections, the one-on-one defense, and have a scoring night as well. It's a product of all the work he's been putting as well.
Just from a developmental standpoint with Jake LaRavia, what are your thoughts on like the type of shots he's getting, the looks he's getting now? Like, to me, it looks more like the Memphis Hustle version of him now. Like he looks more confident. What do you think about that?
Yeah, whether it's, him shooting off the dribble threes, it's, he had a couple in the first quarter, great spacing where he was covering a lot of ground. Teammates found him, knocked down a three, even with late contests. I mean, I thought a lot of those were heavily contested that he knocked down. He did the same thing against Cleveland the other night, and then they had to change their game plan. I mean, they were trying to top lock him, send him back door, be physical with him. I thought he responded to that, pretty well, and that's just more growth when, he's having those results and teams are trying to have to counter against him. But the variety at which he's scoring and knocking down those threes, but also, 11 free throws. That's not just from the three-point line. That's going downhill, playing in crowds. Sometimes it's not going to work out. He's going to get his shot blocked, but he's figuring out how he can draw that contact. When he gets downhill, he's got balance to his game and big momentum, from last season, opportunities with the hustle, that aggressiveness, what he's been showing of late in the last couple of weeks. This is a product of that. Great. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.